Okay, good evening, everyone. What was the last discussion?
Nested routing, index routing, and this protected routes.
Nested routing, index routing, protected route. Do you have any question?
No, sir.
We are good, right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So today we will discuss some theory. Okay. Today we will discuss some theory. What is what is code splitting? What is lazy loading? What is code splitting or lazy loading? It is one of the most important interview question. People ask this question most of the time. Okay, what is code splitting? Code splitting is a feature supported by bundlers like webpack, which can create multiple bundles that can be dynamically loaded at a runtime. What does it mean? It means suppose we have one application. If we have a project, we have React project, right? In our project, do you know what is the bundler we are using? In every React application, in every React application, we are using a bundler. That bundler name is webpack. What this webpack is doing, what is this webpack doing? This webpack is a module bundler. What is the job of webpack? What it is doing, it will take lot of JavaScript file and will generate one JavaScript file. It will take lot of CSS file, will generate one CSS file. That is the job of webpack. If somebody asks you what is webpack, webpack is a module bundler used in almost all the React application. People are using other bundlers also. Webpack is one of the most used one. Like Webpack, we have other bundlers also. We have Parcel. Parcel is a bundler. Parcel bundler. Uh, Parcel is a, yes, this is a bundler like Webpack. But most of the projects, you will see Webpack as a bundler. And when we create a new React application using create React app, Webpack is already there. If you search in our project, if we have Webpack or not, you will see we have Webpack. We already have Webpack installed in our project. We have Webpack. Okay. So Webpack is the default bundler which is given by create React app for every React project. What is the job of Webpack? See, we create lot of components. We create header, footer, a center, body, lot of components we have. At the end, when it goes to browser, in browser, when we load our application, it will have only one bundle file. It will have only one file. In that file, it will have all the JavaScript code. All the components will be there, present there. You see, it is pointing to a file. The file name is bundle.js. From bundle.js, it gets all the component details. Yes, we will discuss more about this, but let's understand what is code splitting today. What is code splitting? Code splitting says for a project, for a React project, if there are 50 components available, don't put all 50 components into one bundle file. If we put all 50 components into one bundle file, the size of the bundle file will be increased. And when the project loads, it will load bundle.js, right? It will load when we refresh the page, it will load bundle.js. And when it loads bundle.js, you see bundle.js is downloaded. This bundle.js, what is the size of this bundle.js? It is 302 byte, 302 byte. And if you check this bundle.js, in this bundle.js, we have all the components. And this bundle.js has this much line of code, 1,40,785 lines of code. And this file has all your components, header component, header component, sorry, header, this is header component, then uh, footer component, it has footer component, it has all the components. So whatever components you created, all the components are available here in this format. We will not be able to understand this code, but this file has all the components information. This is HTTP demo 1. It has all the components in some format. What is the problem when we keep all the components in one bundle file? When we keep all the components in one bundle file, the size of the bundle will be increased. The size of the bundle will be increased. The size of the bundle will be increased. Now, what code splitting says? Code splitting says, or lazy loading says, don't keep all your components in one file called bundle.js. Then what we should do? We should have different bundle file, bundle1.js, bundle2.js, bundle3.js. We should have different bundles. We should not keep everything in one file. The best way to introduce code splitting into our application is through dynamic import. Code splitting can be achieved in React application by using dynamic import concept. There is something called dynamic import. We will see that. Yeah, I can show you quickly what is dynamic import. React dynamic import. So when we import like this is not dynamic import. This is static import. This is static import. Dynamic import means we will import like this and then we will use that module. This is called dynamic import. So this is not good. This is better. This is static import. This is dynamic import. So in dynamic import, what happens? Whenever we need a module, if we need math module, we will import math module. Then we will get the math object, math.add, math.subtract, we can call them. So we import, we get one object, we play with that object. This is called dynamic import. Okay. What is lazy loading? Let's understand. Lazy loading helps to load a module or component whenever it is required. Whenever it is required, that component should be loaded. Now what happens when you hit localhost 3000? When you hit localhost 3000, it is loading a file. The file name is bundle.js. This bundle.js is having all the components, home, about us, career, products. But if you think logically, all the components are not required. When we click on about us, if about us component will be loaded, it is good. If we click on careers, if career component will be loaded, that is good. If we click on products, if products component will load, that is good. But now what is happening? When we hit localhost 3000, that time itself, all the things are getting loaded. All the components are part of bundle.js. Yeah. What lazy loading says? Lazy loading says don't load everything on page load. Load only the required things, and whatever is not required, load them later. React.lazy is a predefined method. It allows to render a dynamic import as a regular component. So before we used to do like this, before import other component from a file, now we do const other component equal to react.lazy import other component. So this is old way of importing. This is new way of importing. Next, lazy component. Lazy component should then be rendered inside a suspense component, which allows us which allows us to show some fallback content such as loading indicator while we are waiting for the lazy component to load. Yes. What is that? Let me show you one example. We are in home. This home component code is available in which file?
Bundle.js.
Bundle.js. When we click on about component, which component loads? About us component, right? About us component is part of which file?
Same bundle.js.
Same bundle.js. And when bundle.js got loaded? When we loaded the application for the first time, right?
Yes.
So, so the bundle.js that got loaded when we loaded the application for the first time. Now, when we switch from one route to another route, it doesn't take time. But if we implement lazy loading, what we will do in our bundle.js, only home component will be there. About us component will not be there in our bundle.js. When we click on when we click on about us, another bundle will be downloaded. That bundle will have about us component related code. If I click on carriers, another bundle will be downloaded. That bundle will have carriers component related code. Do you understand? When we do that, what will happen? The size of bundle.js, the size of bundle.js, which is 302, it will be reduced, right? It will be divided into 4 or 5 bundles, isn't it? Do you understand? Now, what is the last point saying? What is this suspense? When we switch from home to about us, it will go and download another bundle. By the time it goes and downloads another bundle, for that amount of time, we should show a loading icon. When that file is ready, we will show that component. When we jump from about us to carriers, it should show loading icon. When that bundle is downloaded, it should load that component. To achieve that, we should use suspense. Is it clear? Any question here? Any question? Yeah, we need to implement. Inside suspense, we have to write fallback. In fallback, we can have a div, we can have one image, we can have anything that will be loaded. Hmm. We can have anything. We can have a component also. We can have anything here. Yes. For each component, creating a separate bundle is not a good idea. But at least for a module, for every module or the less used modules which you don't want to load on application load should be different bundle. Yes, yes. Now,
Hello,
yes.
sir. Please go code, sir. 1 second. Notepad. Please open notepad.
Mm.
Line number 152 and 53. Please explain, sir. Why we are importing like this and after why? Because I am joining just now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So when we import like this, import something from some file. import a component from a file. When we do this, whether we are using this object or not, whether we are using this object or not, if it is imported, it means on the application load itself, on the application load itself, this other component becomes available to this file, the file who is trying to consume. But if we don't want to load this module on application load and we want to get this module whenever somebody clicks a link, then instead of doing this, what we should do, we should do like this. Const other component equal to react.lazy, then import this.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Now, let's understand one example. Let's understand one example. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. So we will implement what we will do. We will implement this lazy loading project. To implement this lazy loading, what we have to do, let's understand. I will show you how it is done. So wherever we are using other component, that other component should be wrapped with suspense. Fine. It's okay. 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 Let's implement this. So to implement this, what we will do, first of all, first of all, we will see how are we importing the components. Let's implement lazy loading. Let's implement lazy loading. Give me a second. Okay. So what I will do, when I click on products, it loads product list. Yeah, I know it is protected. Let me unprotect that. Everybody should be able to uh, protected route. I'll enable it. Role equal to teacher. Huh. Now everybody should be able to go to products route. What I want, this products components code is part of this bundle.js or not, or it's a separate bundle. As of now, same bundle. And what is the size of this bundle? 1.4 MB. 1.4 MB. Now what I will do, I want to create a separate bundle for this products component. If I want to create a separate bundle for this product component, what are the things we have to do? Let me explain. First of all, go to app component. Wherever we are importing product list, this is product list. This is not the way we should import. This is wrong. This is wrong way of importing. So I'll comment it. I'll comment it. Then how we should import? We should say, we should say const, const product list is equal to, how to import? React.lazy, React.lazy. Then inside this React.lazy, we should write import, import, import this much. Is it lazy loading?
Yes.
Yeah. Now let's import React, import. I'll just use IMR, IMR. Ah. So product list is imported using react.lazy. Just by adding this, do you think it will create a separate bundle? Let's validate. No. So when you import like this, when you import like that, this line is not enough to inform React that create a separate bundle for this. After that, what we have to do, what we have to do, wherever we are using route, right? Wherever we are using route, we will go to route. This route, in this route, what we will do, we will use a suspense. We will use a suspense. Suspense. Suspense is a tag. We should use this and we should close here routes after routes. Yeah, we should close here. Yeah. Now we wrote a suspense here. In the suspense, what we will write? We will write a fallback. Fallback, fallback equal to fallback equal to h1 and h1 loading something. Okay. So when that bundle is being downloaded, this loading text will be shown. Once the bundle is ready, that bundle will be loaded. Now let's see how it works. Fine. Let's understand how it works. Now what we will do, we will hit localhost 3000. When we hit localhost 3000, it will load bundle.js. In bundle.js, what is the size? The size is 1.4 MB. Okay, fine. Now I'll clear it. When I go to home, no extra bundle is downloaded. When we go to about us, no extra bundle. When we go to carriers, no extra bundle. When we click on product list, when we click on product list, extra bundle should be loaded. .js. What happened? What happened? Product list. Product list. How it is imported? I'll completely delete this. Product list. Const product list. Product list is a lazy component. So react.lazy. I want to import this.
Normal way import.
I want to import this. Then I want to use it here. Okay. It should be dynamically imported. Yeah, looks fine. This should be fine. Let me try one more time. Is it the one? No. These all are images. It's fine. Yes. You see here. So there is a separate JS file that is being loaded. Now let me check what is the product list. You see, product list is a different bundle now. Do you see? Hmm? Now, if you search, now let me do one thing. Let me search this product list. How many times it is there in the old bundle? This is the old bundle. So here, if I see product list count, how many counts are there? 9. Now let me do one thing. When we load the application, let me get the bundle.js again. This is the bundle.js. I'll get the new bundle.js. In this bundle.js, now let's see how many product list is there. Count. It has more. It looks like it is not removing from main bundle. Though it created a though it created a separate bundle for product list, it is not removing it is not removing from the previous bundle. That's what I feel. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, so what we will do, let me revert my changes. Let me revert my changes. I'll not import like this. And what if we import like this product list? This is normal import. This is normal import. When we import like this, what will happen? When we load the application for the first time, when we load the application for the first time, everything will be part of the bundle.js. Everything will be part of the bundle.js. And what will happen whenever we switch from home to about us to carriers, carriers to products, extra thing is not being downloaded. If you look at here, all these are JPG files. .js, there is no JS file. Do you see a separate bundle? Do you see any bundle file?
No,
No,
sir.
only the JPG files are being downloaded here. But if we want to create a separate bundle for product list, when we want to create a separate bundle for product list, so what we do, now if I go to localhost 3000, this is how our bundle.js looks like. This is my bundle.js before lazy loading. Before lazy loading, this is my bundle.js. Okay. Here, if I say product list, yeah, it is there. Product list is there. Product list. Because these are from about us component and also fine. It will be there. Yeah, main function product list. It is the component, right? Function product list. It is there in main bundle or not? Yeah, this is the main thing, this line. Now what we will do, we want product list as a lazy loading. If we want product list as a lazy loading, what we will do, we will say const product list equal to react.lazy. So lazily import this and make it available to my page. When we use product list, when we use product list like this, now let's validate. What I will do, I will load the application again. What I'll do, empty cache and hard reload. I'll do it again. Yeah. Why? 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 Why it is going to product list? Huh? So bundle.js got downloaded. This bundle.js, what it has, let's see, with lazy loading implemented, the new bundle.js, let me search this function product list. It is still there. There is something wrong in my configuration. It should not be there. Actually, when we configure it as lazy loading, it should not be there in the main bundle file. It is still there. There is something wrong. I'll check why. Also, when we go to home, no extra bundle that is being downloaded. When we go to about us, carriers, but when we go to products, a separate bundle will be downloaded. The bundle, the bundle will be downloaded. Did it download? So let's see how many JavaScript files are there. This is bundle install hook. Give me a second. Did I change my code? Yeah, we did change. Now this is bundle.js. Okay. When we go to products, a new bundle should be downloaded. What is the error? Where is the error? There are 24 errors. Not sure what's wrong. Give me a second. Huh? Let me check. We saw it was downloading, right? What happened again? Okay. So we should import like this. Yeah, fine. This is wrong. This is correct. So you can see when we do like this, the syntax correct. Const product list is equal to react.lazy. We are doing the same thing. Do we have product list anywhere else? Let's see. Let's see if we have product list anywhere else. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Do we have plain import anywhere? Ah. Oh, in center.js we have. This is the problem. Do you understand?
Yes, we have imported in normal way here.
We have imported normal way. So that is creating problem. I have to remove this. Okay. Nowhere else we have import product list. So it should be working fine now. So what is our intention? Our intention is to check import product list. Is it there? No, it is product detail, product detail, product detail. Product. So now we have nowhere imported product list. Now we can better relate. Now I'll do it again. I'll go to localhost 3000. I'll empty my cache and hard reload. Not sure why it is going to product list. Yeah, fine. So this time, whatever bundle gets loaded, let's see what is the size. The size of the bundle is 1.4 MB. This is how the bundle looks like. If I go and paste here the bundle, product list. Do we have that product list component? Do we have product list component in main bundle?
No, sir.
We don't have. So this is the new bundle that got generated. And in the bundle, you will not be able to find product list component. Function product list, you will not be able to find. Okay. Now, what will happen? Whenever we go to home, nothing is happening. About us, nothing is happening. Carriers, nothing is happening. When we go to product list, one extra bundle is loaded, right? What is the bundle name? Source components list product list.js. This is a another bundle. This bundle, this bundle will have only product list information, nothing else. Can you go on mute? You should have common sense if you have nothing to ask. Go on mute. Huh. So this is a new bundle. In this bundle, you will be able to find function product list. Do we have this?
Yes, we have this.
Do we have this in main bundle?
No, it is now not there.
It's now not there, right? Why it was there? Because we had a normal import. You understood now what is the problem with normal import? Even
Yes.
if you have written react.lazy, you had a normal import. When you had a normal import, it creates problem. It makes the file available during the application load only. But now, what is the size of this bundle? The size of this bundle is 2.5 KB, right? So this 2.5 KB got reduced from 1.4 MB, right? Isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. But
Yes, sir.
size did not reduce little bit. 1.4 MB still there.
Mm, it will be reduced. Let me show you one more. Suppose I will go to I'll go to about us about us.js. In about us.js, or what all things we have? In home component, let me try. In home component, let me add to be home component. In home component, suppose I will have some long text I will have. Suppose I'll have some more text. Paragraphs I will have 100 paragraphs I want to have. I'll have 100 paragraphs. And I'll again repeat this for 100 times. Suppose I have one fragment inside this. I'll have a paragraph. I'll have a paragraph. So what I'll do, let me do one thing. Paragraph, I want to create 500 paragraphs using this text. No, it cannot create it since.
JavaScript.
Huh?
We have
Okay.
JavaScript.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'll try here. Give me a second. Paragraph multiply 500. Yeah, I got a big text. I'll paste it here now. Okay, so these many paragraphs I have. We have a lot of paragraphs. I can maybe copy few more. Okay, so like this, we can increase the content of home component. Now, if we see what happened, something is again broken. Huh. Up to this, it is fine. Fine. Now what I'll do, I'll see the bundle size. I'll see the bundle size. Is there any increase? No. 1.4 MB only.
We understand, sir. Like you, text will not increase. If it is a big, it will definitely reduce. Maybe it's getting reduced 1.4123 MB. From there, some MB is getting reduced.
No, some KBs are being reduced.
Extra KB
So
reduced. Correct.
1.4 is not changing to 1.3.
In
Yeah.
order to change, you need to make lots of change.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when we go to some other route, about us, carriers, products is a different bundle, right? And this much size we can reduce 300 byte.
Sir, we have added one loading text as well, right?
Hmm.
In suspense, in which case that would be visible.
Yeah. So when we are in carriers, every time we go to products, a new bundle is downloaded, right?
Yes.
So when we go from home to about us, a new bundle is downloaded? No.
No.
When we go from about us to carriers, is it?
No.
When we go from carriers to products, is it downloading a new bundle?
Yeah, sure.
If that bundle is taking time, it will show loading here.
Okay,
Let me,
like
yeah, see,
We can
you will,
also verify like by
you
checking
see,
the network speed.
you see here, right?
Yeah, loading,
yeah,
loading,
yeah,
loading. Yeah.
it came. Yeah,
Right?
got it.
To download that file, to download that bundle, it will take some time. And when you navigate to this route second time, it is not downloading because it is there in browser's cache.
Yeah,
For the first time only it will download. And you will see that loading text only for the first time, not for subsequent calls. You see? Got it? Hmm?
yes, sir.
To download this bundle, it takes some time. For that amount of time, it will show loading text. Okay. So this is how lazy loading works. Hope you should be able to answer this. This is one of the most important question asked in interview. You have to explain that when we don't use what is your understanding? Can somebody please summarize? When we don't use lazy loading, what happens? When we use lazy
Yeah.
loading, what happens?
Like earlier, if we do not use lazy loading, all the components, like at the end of the day, all the components and everything, browser will understand once it is in under one JS file. So that process, the Webpack used to do. Webpack is the default bundle for the React. So when we use create React app, so there we have the entire all the components code in a optimized way in one bundle. There the bundle size was used, but if our code increases, lots of module gets introduced. At that time there was a problem because we load everything under one load only, page load. So in order to make an efficient way of system applications, we have introduced lazy loading. Like on demand, I will load. On demand means once I will go to the product, then only I will load this particular component. So for that we have used lazy loading. How we have done it, we'll remove the normal import, we'll introduce a lazy import, react.lazy way, and that will also provide us a feature of suspense. By default it provides by the React. Over there we can write a fallback and write our loading component or whatever it is, and it will create a separate bundle. The particular component will be in that bundle only, and that much kb code or that much code we can reduce from the main bundle. So that is the benefit of the lazy loading or code
Correct.
splitting, we can say. At the same time, this bundle will also do the hot module replacement, whatever it is, under that same particular bundle itself.
Yes.
So now, if we need to, generally, though we don't do component way, right? but if I need to do general in real case, we need to do in the module level, right? So,
There is no concept of module here in React.
oh, okay, okay, okay.
There is no module.
So everyone
So
will create component only.
yes, there is no module. We say when we combine multiple components in one folder, we can call it as a module, but there is no technical term or there is no technical function which
Okay,
will
okay.
say this is my module, right? In Angular, we have @ng module, but here in React, we don't have anything called module. Everything is component. There is no concept of module here. We can say we can keep two, three things inside one folder and we can say that is a module.
Okay,
That
okay.
is
It's
all
like
what
a
we can
logical
do.
separation of different
Yes.
components. Yeah.
So in the real time, which component gets heavier, then we can make a separate for top of separate bundle for that, right?
Exactly. Whatever component becomes heavier, and that is least used. We don't want to make that component part of main bundle. Better use lazy loading.
Yeah, for an example, if I open like IRCTC website, I generally come here for 10 booking and all, right? So we don't book flight
Hmm.
and all, even if they have features to book flight also. So I can introduce those flight booking or hotel booking in the IRCTC in a different bundle, and train is one bundle.
Correct. When we go to Flipkart has a lot of modules. The modules are grocery module, mobiles module, fashion module, electronics module. But when we land on flipkart.com, we are not supposed to we are not supposed to load all the 10 or 20 modules that we have here in Flipkart. We can load only 2 3 modules. Those modules are dashboard module, login module, common module. These are the modules we should load on page load or on application load. And when we click on grocery, when we click on a link, that bundle file should be downloaded and should be loaded. When we click on another link, that bundle should be downloaded and should be loaded. Does it make sense? Yeah. So this is nothing but lazy loading or code splitting.
Sir, can you please scroll down?
Yeah.
Scroll down in this web page.
Web
Just
page or
like
notes?
web page, web page.
Which web page? This web page?
Flipkart, yes.
Okay.
Means just like we said that React is one page application, then more components we are loading in dashboard. So can we use it in that?
What you are trying to say? Can you repeat your question?
Means this is home page, and home page have lots of contents like this in on one page.
Hmm.
So all are loading or are in using bundling.
Okay. You are saying when we hit flipkart.com, all the modules are loaded for the first time, or when we click on grocery mobiles, different modules are loading. Can you show us by opening networks tab? That is what you are asking?
No. That's our grocery mobiles are categories. They are
Yes.
using by bundles. But
Huh.
below, scroll down means lots of things are also are in homepage, just like
Oh, okay. So your question is, even in
components.
homepage
Yes,
we have a lot of things.
yes,
Even
yes,
in homepage we have a lot of things. Can we load them when user scrolls? Load another thing.
yes,
When
yes.
user scrolls, load another thing. When user scrolls, load another thing. Yeah, even that is possible. Even that is possible.
Uh-huh.
If you want to go to that level, even that is possible. We can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that infinite scroll way or some other way?
For this, not for this dashboard page, for other use cases, we use load more on scroll. load more on scroll React. So we can load more stops on scroll. If we have a product listing page, I don't want to show everything. When we scroll, it should load some data. This is one. See, infinite scroll, it shows 1 to 12. When you scroll, when we scroll, it will show something else. 12 to 24. Again, you scroll, you see something else. Yeah, got it. Hmm. What is error boundary? We will discuss later. Next, we will understand how to build and deploy a React application. How to build and deploy React application. Building an application means creating identifiable software assembly from source code which someone can use. Deploying an application refers to making the application accessible to the world through internet. Yes. So what is building a React application? Why we have to build one React application? Let me explain. Suppose this is our original project. This is our original project. Reveal in File Explorer. This is our original project. Naresh 23 November 2022. This is our original project. If I check the size of this project, the size of this project will be 500 MB. Minimum 500 MB. I have added lot of components, lot of images, so it will increase and it will go up to 1 GB, 2 GB, it can increase, right? Every empty React application will be around 500 MB. Now, after adding lot of components and all, the size is 1.03 GB. This is our project size. And we never deploy our source code in any server. Neither we deploy the source code in server, nor we share this source code with our client. Suppose we have to share this project with our client. Are we supposed to share the source code with our client? No.
No.
If we share our source code with client, they will change the vendor, right? They will never come back to us, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Some cases client asked me, sir.
Some cases, those are exceptional cases. We have to ignore.
It depends on the business, like the way contract is signed, like they may ask to share also, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The
But in
company,
general, I'm talking
Ah,
about.
no,
Yeah.
the company who is having that product, they will means not share to their client this code. They will share only the minified file.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
so what I'm saying, when we have source code, we will never share our source code with client.
yeah,
We will never deploy this source code in server. These are the two things. If we are not supposed to share the source code to client, nor we are supposed to deploy this source code in server, then what we should do? We should build the application. We should build the application. And when we build the application, we will generate the minified code for our project. And how to do that? To do that, there is a command npm run build. When we say npm run build, it creates a build directory with a production build of our application. Let's do that. You see there are three folders: node modules, public, src. If I go here and I say npm build, when I say npm build, npm build or npm run build, if it doesn't work, I'll say npm run build. Huh? npm run build, npm run build. It is building my React application. And after some time, it will generate a build folder. You see, creating an optimized production build. And inside my project, I will see that another folder got generated called build. Was it there 2 minutes back?
No.
So it just
No. Just now it got created. February 7, 2026. So this is a new folder that got generated, and this build folder will have the minified code. Once this process is completed, it will have minified code. Let it complete. Let it complete. Yeah, it completed. And it is saying your build is done. Your build is done. There are few issues. There are few issues in your application, but build is done. After build, if I go and see what is the size of my build folder, the size is only 6 MB. Where is 1 GB? Where is 6 MB? Do you see? Before build, our project size was 1 GB. After build, this project size is 6 MB. So we can cut this folder and we can paste it somewhere and we can share with our client. Which is the one? This is the one. I can rename it. Let me rename React 23 November. Hmm. So this is a folder. This folder, what is the size of this folder? The size of this folder is only 6 MB. And if we share this folder with our client, or if we deploy this folder in server, we will see the same UI. There is no difference. And how to run it? To run it, you can see there is a command given. The project was built assuming it is hosted at dot slash. Okay. You can control with homepage field in your package.json. That's fine. Yeah, the build folder is ready to be deployed. You may serve it with a static server. The server name is serve-s build. Or I can go to this particular folder. I can go to this folder and here I can say serve-l 8000. L means launch. Now, if I go to localhost 8000, I will see the same UI. Localhost 8000. Home, about us, careers, products.
so you have server, that's why you can do, right?
Yeah, I have server. That is why I'm able to do. If you don't have server, then you have to follow these two things. So first of all, you have to install a server and deploy our project. Install a server. npm install hyphen g serve. Serve is a server. We can install this. Once it is installed, go to the project folder. Go to the project folder. Open command prompt. Go to the project folder. Open command prompt and run the below command. Serve, or either we can say serve or serve hyphen L 7000.
So how it is getting the node modules? So there is no node modules, right?
There is no node modules. I'll talk about that, how it is getting node modules and all. Is it clear how to build one React application and generate a minified folder? How to share that minified folder with the clients? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Sir, one small thing, like how did you buy this server, or like
No, 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 no. This is a free server. If you run this 1896 line, the server will be installed in your machine. It's not a big deal. It is just a command.
And one more question, actually my project I am doing this every time from the first. I don't have local environment much to do that. So we have Tomcat. On top of Tomcat, we are deploying this code. So it means that node modules, whatever the dependencies are there, is it somehow getting downloaded from Tomcat, or it's like some different scenario?
No, let me tell you what all things we have here. So this is our bundled code. When we bundle, what all things are being generated, we need to understand. So whenever we bundle, these are things we see. One is main.js. It will have all the components except lazy components. Then main.css. Then chunk.js, chunk.js. Not sure why there are two chunk.js. One is for product list, maybe other one if I have used anything. There are two chunk files, main.js and main.css. I'll talk about that. What all files are being generated? What is the use of what file? I'll explain here. Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, is it enough file is for hosting, sir?
Yeah, for hosting, this is enough. Tomorrow, I'll show how to host your project. So we will deploy our project in GitHub and we will have a live URL. That live URL you can share with any of your friend. We will see that tomorrow. Today we are discussing how to build. Tomorrow we will see how to deploy the project. Okay.
Sir, in that minified folder, the dependency is getting removed, right?
No. I'll show you. See, whenever we build, these are the files that are being generated. One thing is main dot sum has dot chunk dot js. If you see something like this, you will see like this main dot something dot js. If you find something like this, then this is your application. Yeah, all the components will go to this file. When you see number dot has dot chunk dot js, you will see all the vendor code. Vendor code means sweet alert to then
Library extra
D3
external
chat.
library.
So if you see like that,
Okay.
number dot has. So this one is all the vendor code. Then this one is our chunk. Yes.
Vendor code means
Your voice is breaking. Let me show you what all things it is generating. It will
sir,
have
I mean to say vendor code means
vendor means all the third party code that we write. D3 chat, sweet alert to all those things are called vendor. We have index.html, have icon, static, inside static. We will have CSS. We have CSS. In JS, you will have JS. Okay. Then media we have bootstrap icons. Then these are static things, images that we kept. They are simply copied. And data, whatever we had in our assets folder will be copied as it is. Data and images are getting copied from assets folder, not assets. What was that? Public. Inside public, we had data and images, right? All these things will be copied as it is. If you keep anything inside public, they will be copied as it is. So what are things are being copied? Manifest, logo, 512, 192, images, data, all these things are getting copied, everything. So whatever you have in public, everything will be copied, plus it will create a static. Inside static, it will have three things: CSS, JS, media if you are using anything. Okay, this is how the bundled folder will look like. Yeah, so go through this theory, try to understand what is building React application, how to build React application, how to generate bundled code, how to run that bundled code in a server, what all files are that being generated. Just go through this theory. Tomorrow we will understand how to deploy our React application in GitHub, and we will get a live URL. That live URL we can add in our resume, or we can share with interviewer so that they can visit that live URL and they can see your project, whether it is working or not. So it will be live. Anyone can open and see. The way people are able to access Flipkart website, they will be able to access your website also. That is what we are going to discuss tomorrow. Okay? Yeah, that's all for today. Tomorrow we will meet.
One small question, Sanjay. This
Hmm.
vendor code means is it like something React Redux if we are adding or context API if we are adding? So those third party it will keep.
Yes, yes. Any third party things,
Bootstrap.
bootstrap also, sweet alert also, ng2 what other libraries we used, sweet alert 2, right? Those all are called
So
vendor code.
from this only this number dot hash dot chunk dot js only we are getting all the dependencies and that we are rendering in our code.
Yes, yes, correct. There is no node modules. All these things goes to this file. Those node modules thing will go to this file.
Somehow that particular node module things comes into the chunk.js.
Yes. Now they have changed in the recent React. We don't see chunk word. It's there, right? Number, some hash code dot chunk, right?
Yes.
It's there. It's there. So main dot some hash chunk is not there for main. This is your application code. Here you will have all your vendor code. Here you will have webpack configuration.
Node module comes
Yes.
under, so node module
Go through
comes
the.
within this only. No other things are needed.
No, no other things are required.
So we are
This is
deploying
enough.
in Tomcat or we are deploying in Webpack that doesn't matter.
Yeah, wherever we deploy, it doesn't matter. Tomorrow we will deploy this in GitHub pages.
Why we need server then, like to run it?
We need a server. We need a
That's what I
server,
just
right?
want to understand.
Or else, how we will make it? No, no, no. This static server. This is static server.
Yeah.
This is live. This is live. As long as this server is on. If I say Control C,
It will
if
not
I
be
kill
working.
it, it will not be working, right? It will not be working. When my server is stopped, this will not work.
It will not
But
work.
if I deploy it in GitHub pages, it will be live 24/7,
So
365
when
days.
we say that our Angular or React application is deployed in AWS, what does that mean?
So there are a lot of spaces where we can deploy our project. See what happens when we develop enterprise application, we never go with free space. We go with paid space. So who all are the service providers? There are a lot of service providers
Cloud service
we
provider.
have in the market. Yeah.
Can you
We
do
can
that
go with
AWS also?
AWS. We can deploy anywhere. There are a lot of service providers we have in the market. But as part of the training, what we will do, we will go with free service provider. GitHub is free service provider. If I deploy something in AWS and all, I have to maintain that. I have to pay some money. That is why I don't want to
Maintenance of
deploy
server
in
services and other
AWS.
things so that it may understand the load and scale accordingly. All those things.
Yes. Yeah. So tomorrow we will deploy this project in GitHub page and we will have a live URL.
Yeah.
We can share that live URL with interviewer also. We'll see that how to do that.
Great session.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.